Alright, alright, alright. Just got a package containing live fish. Been waiting for it all day and it finally just arrived. I placed an order with Aquatic Arts, an order of rainbow fish, because I like rainbow fish so much. They're so cool, they're so likable. All the cool kids like rainbow fish. And if you don't have rainbow fish, it'd be a lot cooler if you did. You can't be in the cool kids club unless you have cool rainbow fish. That's just an April Fool's for the fish fools. I do not have rainbow fish in this box. If you may already know how I really feel about rainbow fish. They never appealed to me. I never really liked the shape of rainbow fish, and some people like them. I don't. But what is in this box are some what I think are cool fish, and there's some plants too. So I'm going to do an unboxing here. I did cut it open, and I kind of opened a little bit to take like some of the material out, the styrofoam lid and some notes, and the heat pack. Came with the heat pack, still a little warm. And when this arrived here at about 7:15 p.m. in southern Nevada, Henderson, Nevada, it's about 85 degrees here, so didn't really need the heat pack. But coming from Indianapolis, is that where it's from? Yeah. In Indiana, it may have been cold there, but all right. So I opened it up a little bit as I mentioned. First we have this thank you note. Thank you so much for your support and trust in our team. I hope you enjoy your fishy friends, from Kendra at Aquatic Arts. And some fish sticker. And I already read this, their Acclimation instructions. I don't usually do it this way, but I am going to follow their instructions to plop and drop. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to hold it here for a second, or for a moment. If you're interested, you can pause it and read it. And then hold for a moment for that. Like the extra advice, that's why the lights are off on this tank. Ordinarily when I get new fish from my local fish store, PetSmarts or whatever, I would have the light on so we can try to get a good look at them and show them in the tank after, but I'm just going to go by their instructions here. And there's the packing list, but we're not going to show that, so it can be a surprise what we have. And I did actually spoil, a little bit of a spoiler, because I kind of caught a peek of what's in here, which was a little bit of a surprise to me, but yeah, well, let's see what we have. Actually, before we open it, it's kind of a thing where almost did not pull the trigger, but because here this was the one, I had a small window of when I was going to have a chance to be available to be home to receive the package, and it turns out that I was kind of expecting it earlier in the day, and I made a point to be home and available all day, and then it didn't come till 7:15 tonight. But I ordered it so that I could be home to do it. I've been going back to last week. I've been kind of had it in mind, planning for this. And on the website, I had my cart full, and then I kept checking back, and some of the fish that I wanted were becoming unavailable or sold out. So I missed some chance on some other fish that I really did want. And then I was almost to the point where one of the fish that are now in here was not available until like it became available the last day that I had to order. So then, okay, it was almost a deal breaker, but I was able to get it. So with that, let's check out what's inside. And I'm going to try to reach for the first bag that I already saw, that I already know. So right here, Denison barbs, or roseline sharks. These are really, really tiny. I've never anywhere that I would not have expected them to be this tiny. Like these are, you know, I got these to add to my 6-foot 84-gallon tank, and I have a big full-size roseline shark in there, and these are almost small enough that it could eat them. I'm not sure, but so, and this was like the last fish too that became available on the last day that I could pull the trigger, because I've been wanting to get a bunch more so I can have a group of them. I have just the one in my 84-gallon, but I'm glad I was able to get them. So that those are the ones, one fish, and I got some plants. So let's see what kind of plants we got. Water Wisteria. Looks like it's the immersed grown version. This will change once it grows underwater. I've had this multiple times and eventually it was dying off, but I have had it where I've had it grow and was successful, so that's why I'm trying it again. It is, even though I haven't had a lot of success with it, it's still one of my favorite plants. And then Pogostemon stellatus narrowleaf. This is known as the Octopus Plant. So I had this once before, and it's pretty much all but died off now. Oh, that doesn't look too good. Yellow on the edges there, but I wanted to try it again. I don't know if it's my hard water, why it wasn't successful, but I want to give it another shot. You know, it was kind of a thing like while I was ordering a bunch of stuff and, you know, paying a lot for next day shipping, I might as well try to get some value out of it. And dwarf water onion. Just saw that. What the hell? Pulled the trigger on that. And in here is a snail. Batik. One batik. Batik. Not sure if I'm putting the right, putting emphasis on the right syllable, but this is a narrate snail, a type of narrate snail. So I've had zebra and tiger patterned, and this one is different, but while it's wrapped up, I'll show it at some point later. Alright. And of these two bags, one of them is a species I've never had before, and I was actually pretty excited. Like Aquatic Arts was the only source that I was able to find that would have these, and I may have mentioned it. I think I may have mentioned it maybe once or twice along the way, but I haven't spoken of them for sure, not often, because part of it was just not knowing if they'd ever be available, but I was kind of excited to get these and try them. This may or may not be the bag, but let's see. This is not the fish I was talking about, but these are Siamese algae eaters, so I want to, I like to have these just so I can have them that I can move. I like to have one in like pretty much like every tank, so they can just, like the ones I have now, sometimes I move them around, and as if they die off, I'll have and they're small. I'm glad they're small so that I can have a longer life. They have more of their lifespan left if they're small and young like this. And just one other thing about these. These, in my experience, are the best at eating algae. Whether that's hair algae, blackbeard algae, staghorn algae, they've cleaned up every time I've tried that, except for maybe one exception. I'll talk about that later. Alright, this is the fish I've never kept before, Rosy Loaches. I saw a couple of videos of these on YouTube and just thought they were really, really cool. I've never kept any types of loaches before, but these are really active and just a fun fish. So I think I'm gonna had ideas of putting these in my 20 gallon. And loaches are known to be snail eaters, but these stay really small, so I'm not sure how much, if they, the size of the snails that they'd be able to eat, or if they'd go after bigger ones. The tank they're going in is a 20 gallon that has a ton of Malaysian trumpet snails, so could be a massacre, could be, maybe it won't, but I won't know until I try it. But I am excited to get them. Alright, so I'm going to do the pop and drop method. This is my quarantine tank here. I'm not going to turn the lights on, so at some point later I'll show a follow-up video where we show them inside the tank swimming around. But yeah, so that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.